I love summery Mediterranean flavors, and my Italian vegetable bundles are a delicious and easy way of using IKEA plant balls. So I'm going to start off by preparing my eggplant. Get rid of the top bit there, and then slice it into 1/2 centimetre slices. Now for zucchini. When it comes to cooking, I really like to make recipes and do dishes that everybody can eat, no matter what their diet. So using the IKEA plant balls is a great way of making both meat lovers and vegetarians happy. So it's sliced up. Take a teaspoon of fine sea salt, toss the vegetables together. Got some trays with some clean tea towels. Lay them on there. And what happens when you've added some salt to your vegetables, they will release some of their juices, which means you don't end up with watery and flavourless veg. So to fill my eggplant and my zucchini, I'm going to make a rich ragu sauce, and I'm going to use the plant balls for that. To make the sauce, you need a few veg. A base of a good ragu, it's always an onion. Chop that up. I'm going to add that to my pan. A little bit of olive oil, and then we can start frying on a very gentle heat and chop up the rest of our ingredients. Got a carrot. I'm going to add my carrot to the pan. Chop up my celery. Okay, celery goes in. So while this cooks, I'm going to get my plant balls out the fridge. So you want to use plant balls which are already defrosted because we're going to grate them. I'm using 250 grams of plant balls, about 1/2 packet. So by grating them, I'm kind of like using the plant ball as a sort of mince. You get the similar texture. Once the onions are translucent, I'm going to add 2 garlic cloves. Here we go, that's it. Now, I'm going to add my grated plant balls, give it a good mix, and then to that I'm going to add a tin of tomatoes. To get the last bits of tomatoes out, I'm going to add some boiling water. Oh, hot. That goes in. So a tablespoon of miso paste, teaspoon of red wine vinegar, teaspoon of sugar. Stir that together so the miso paste melts into the mixture. Add a couple of sprigs of oregano. That goes in whole. And then I'm going to let that simmer for about 10 minutes or so. Now back to my eggplant. Heat up my griddle pan because I'm going to use that to cook the eggplant and the zucchini. A little bit of olive oil. Add your slices in there. Toss the zucchini and the eggplant in the olive oil, and then you can lay it in the griddle pan once it's hot. While that's cooking, I'm going to make my cheese mix, which is literally 100 grams of mozzarella and 100 grams of parmesan. I'm going to grate my mozzarella now. Okay, and there's my cheese mix, ready to go. These slices are done. You can see they've got these amazing griddle marks on them. Now with my vegetable bundles, I'm going to have obviously the cheese sauce, the ragu sauce, and then I'm going to have this really punchy basil sesame oil, which is going to go on top at the end. Do a little pan switch. I'm going to add 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds to my pan. I'm going to toast them to release all that lovely kind of sesame nutty flavour. Once they start popping, you can add the sesame seeds to your handful of basil. I've got about a handful of basil leaves, 2 tablespoons of sesame seeds, and then 3 tablespoons of olive oil, generous pinch of salt, and then you just need to pound it all together. Whew, hot work. Set that aside until I need it. Grab my amazing ragu. Smells amazing. So take a zucchini. And then a spoonful of that amazing ragu. And then you wrap it around. And you pop it in. And then you just repeat with some eggplant or with a zucchini. It's good to tightly pack those little bundles in. And then we can... Now let's not forget that amazing cheese topping. Be generous. Pop them on a tray. And then they go under a hot grill for about 5 to 10 minutes. What you want is like a bubbly, kind of slightly golden cheese topping. Wow, woo, look at that. So, depending on how hungry you are, you could either serve it as one person portion, or you could do a smaller portion and serve it with a lovely green salad and have it as like a light starter. Don't forget that delicious herby oil we made, the sesame seeds and the basil. And that's gonna add a bit of freshness to it. Drizzle that on top. It's smelling like an Italian summer with that basil. Oh wow, you've got that rich ragu with the Ikea plant balls wrapped up in those griddled zucchini and eggplants, and then that kind of bubbly golden cheese on top. And let's not forget that bit of freshness with that basil oil.